Hello, my sweet friends. Before I get started, two things I wanted to ask prayer requests for. Number one, pray for those that are in the path of that hurricane. My sweet Saint Mama Jennifer, she lives right there in the way, right in the path. So pray for all those that are being affected or about to be affected by the hurricane. Number two, my sweet friend Miss Glenda from church and her husband Clay. He's in the hospital. A lot is going on rapidly, super fast. Just pray for them. It's really, it's just scary. It's just scary, you know? It's sad and scary and tiring. They are so faithful. So pray for them. All right, I have a story, kind of a lesson that I wanted to talk about today because this morning I'm thinking, I always tell my, I call them my saint girls, but my sweet little friends that do saint with me, I'm like, listen guys, you have to know and quit assuming that everybody knows when you say sandstone, nobody knows what sandstone means. That's like a secret language to the outsider world. And I mean, heck, even some saint people don't know what sandstone is. So you have to be specific. You have to tell them what you're talking about because nobody knows. As much as you think people care about you, they don't. They don't watch your every move. They don't know. They don't care. So we have to quit assuming. Now, let me tell you why I'm on this ramble. When I worked at Blue Cross, it had almost become a joke because it was like, Becca, you have to quit assuming they know. And I'm like, but they do know. I talked to them yesterday because I was on the phone, customer service. So think of it like a lot like T-Mobile is kind of a known like call center. That's kind of what I worked at like with Blue Cross, but in dental. So every call is monitored, every call is graded. You have to, make sure you don't say the wrong things, and you have to make sure you say the right thing. So I would, a lot of times they do it, Becca, you didn't say this. And I'm like, well, they know it. Like I talked to that girl yesterday and she knows it. Well, you can't assume they know it from yesterday. Like that was the rule. And it was just, I worked at a dental office for about 5 years or maybe longer before I worked at the dental office at Blue Cross. So I know what they know, or at least what they should know. And I know what they need. I know what they are wanting. So I just, a lot of times, I would hear what they wanted. I would get straight to the point and give them what they needed insurance-wise with Blue Cross. And if I ever got errors, that's always what it was on. And an error is so many errors you get fired. So in the Facebook world here, I would have gotten an error AKA on my way of getting fired because I'm assuming you guys know stuff. And so I'm going to just jump right in. I always tell, like I mentioned earlier, I always tell my saint girls, you can't ever assume they know. And I fell into my own trap here by assuming you guys know. So I had a comment 2 days ago, and then I had a message a few weeks ago that was like, you sell this makeup? And I look at their page, and I've been friends with them for over 6 years on Facebook. And I think, you guys know. You know what I sell. You know what I do. You know what makeup I wear. I talk about it every day. And somehow people still don't know. So I have to quit assuming you know. So what I'm doing today, I'm going to literally take you from step one, empty, basic palette, show you what it is, what it means, how it works. I'm going to show you it all from step one. So that way, I'm assuming you guys don't know. So how this works, I've got my headband in. I'm going to put it on here with you, take you step by step on how the entire process works from literally you just wanting the makeup. So what you'll do, number one is, and I'll put it in the caption after this video, but what you'll do is you'll fill out the quick free color match form, and I help you choose your perfect colors that fit into your compact. Now you may think, Becca, how can I trust that you know what colors I need? And I get it. I totally do. I've been there. Well, number one, I guarantee you are happy. So what happens is about a week after you get your makeup, if you don't like the colors I gave you, because I'll check in with you and I'll make sure you're loving it like I do. If you don't, please say, Becca, it's a little too light or it's a little too dark. Like, tell me, because I want to know. I want you to love it like I do. And those who wear the makeup, that's like my favorite phrase. I want you to love it like I do. And so if you're like, no, it's a little too light. Perfect. Let me send you on the house because you're my customer now. I want to take care of you. I'll just send you one on the house that's darker if you want darker or lighter if you want lighter. However, I have been doing this for about 2 years now. Maybe it was 3. I don't know. 2 or 3. And I'm pretty darn close. I'm pretty good. So, you know, there's that. Anyway, so fill out the color match form. I will recommend what you put in here. And then you can, when I send it back to you, you can add more to it. You can take some away. I give it back to you and put it in your ball court, and you can make this as much or as little as you want. That's why it's customized to you. All right, so what happens is you order it. You choose your palette. We have a few different designs, and every season there's a new, few designs that come out. So these are our summer colors: orange, yellow. I think there's blue, maybe. I can't remember, but I know there's orange and yellow. So I got the yellow because it reminded me of sunshine. And we're gonna fill my palette up together right now. What I want to do though, I thought this would be fun. I'm gonna do half my face. So not only are you gonna see how it goes in my palette, but you're gonna see how it looks on my face. So let me get my tape out here. And I haven't done this since, I used to do this all the time back in the day when I first started wearing this makeup, but I haven't done it in a long time. So let's hope I remember what I'm doing. We're gonna just do half. All right. I didn't think this part through right here because I can't talk. You know what? We'll just lightly do it. No, let me cut that off. I have to be able to talk. I just can't not talk. It's so funny because in person I'm so quiet and shy, but online, like a whole another ego comes out. There, perfect. I can still talk. Okay. Boom. All right. I should have got my water. I'm really thirsty. Hey, Nikki. All right. So what happens when you order your makeup? It comes in a box. I don't have one near, but you'll get your palette. You'll just slide this off, and it'll be empty. Inside that box, you'll have a little cute baggie full of your makeup, and you should, if you listen to me, you would have gotten a brush as well. So you'll have a brush, your palette, and then your makeup is in here. So let's open this up. You'll have typically your foundation, your contour, your blush, and typically like a bronzer or a concealer, and then maybe even some other goodies. If you've got like eyeshadows, you'll have an eyeshadow in there. So let's put it together. One tip I want to show you, my sweet friend Kim, I don't know if it's arthritis, but her hands, because you have to slide them open, her hands can't move really well like that. So if that's you, what she does is she puts a piece of tape. I just so happen to have tape here with me, but she'll put a piece of tape right here on the bottom of her thing, like that, because she can pull, but she can't slide. So she'll put tape on it and she'll open it like that. Do you guys see that? So if that's you, just put a piece of tape on the bottom and it will slide open. All right, so let's get started. We're gonna look at these. I sent you, when I color matched you, your colors with a face chart and where you put them. So literally there's no guessing to it. So you open your color up, you slide it in, everything's magnetic. Look, it doesn't, like it's completely in there, all right? No falling out. This is the lid. You can save it, throw it away, whatever you wanna do. And then what you're gonna do is you're gonna take the brush that you got. Here's my foundation, and I'm gonna put this on with you. So I'm gonna take it, you're gonna tap. You don't wanna swipe and you don't want a whole lot. You're just gonna take that and tap. Now I am sitting on my bed in my room. There's the window is like kind of far, so I hope my lighting doesn't suck. It might, but I thought, you know what, this is like girlfriend hour right here. We're like chilling on the bed, talking makeup, having a good time. So the foundation part, it's cream, so it blends beautifully. But also because it's cream, a little goes a long way. It's so much more pigmented than your typical like liquid or powder by humongously. And that's the number one mistake people make, is they are so used to their liquid, pouring their liquid on their face, whereas this, tap, tap, literally is all you need, and then spread it out. All right. And I just kind of place that. It evens my freckles out. It just kind of makes everything smoothed out. Next up, I'm going to open up, and this doesn't go in any certain order. I'm just going in this order, but you can do contour first. You can do it, whatever. This is a lighter color. It's my concealer. So I'm going to notice this brush has a big end and a small end. I'm just going to take that small end, tap, literally just a few taps is all you need. You can't even tell, like, this lasts forever, guys, forever. And I know you guys are probably like, no way. Do you guys see how much that put on? Tap, tap. The concealer I take on my under eyes, the corners, I go up because it lifts. See how that lifted everything up? And then this right here in the corner kind of brightened my eyes so I don't look like I'm dead or asleep or tired. All right, I put some there. I typically would put some right here, but that tape might be in the way. We'll just do it right there. And I will typically put some on my nose, but there again too, the tape is a little bit in the way. And I'll also put some on the center. Basically, I want to use my lighter color to brighten the center of my face. So there's that. And then let's see what else is in my little bag here. Hey, Miss Carolyn. In my bag, I also have, where did it go? Oh, there it fell out when I poured it out. So I also have my blush. So this is Sandstone. It's a beautiful red, like rusty red color, great for the fall. And so also I'm gonna swap brushes. This is my fluffy brush. I love using the fluffy brush for the blush because it just puts it on a little fluffier. Now the blush is very pigmented, y'all. So literally a few taps, maybe even one tap is all you need. Like I probably don't even need this much, but let's just lightly tap and see what happens. So, okay, good, that was perfect. Because I don't want to put too much blush on. I can always add, but it's hard to take away. So see, that's pretty. I think I'm going to add a little bit more. And you can use your fingers. A lot of you have probably seen me use like the dots to blend. But I thought this would be fun today to do like half my face. All right, so that is Sandstone. It is so pretty. And like I said, it's perfect for like fall. Because it's very just, I don't know, it makes me think of fall. If you guys agree, tell me. All right. So pretty. Okay, we're going to stop there on the blush. Now, the blush also you can use on your lips. Let me do this Sandstone color in particular is a satin or a matte. It's not glossy. So it's more pigmented, but I personally like glossy lips. So I usually top it if I have a matte, like matte cheek color with a little bit of gloss. That's hard to do with that tape there. Okay. Moving on. So in my bag that I ordered as a new customer, I've got my foundation, my concealer, my blush. Next up is my contour. I think it fell out too when I emptied it. Where did it go? Maybe it's in here. What? Oh, here it is. It fell out right here. Okay, so my contour right here. Now, there's my contour. I'm going to go back to that first brush I was using. And I'm just going to see how this brush kind of has like this edge, that pointy edge. I'm going to take that pointy edge and just tap. And I find my cheekbone. And I'm going to just chisel those bad boys out. Just define them a little more. Do you guys see that? It doesn't have to be anything wild or crazy. Just a little bit of a shadow. Just like so. And this just kind of gives your face dimension. It keeps it from looking flat. It helps it come to life. It helps lift. It helps, like, especially as we get older, everything kind of starts drooping. This just lifts everything back up. Do you see how that, like, I'll cut my cheekbone right there and it just lifts everything so nice. Now, I'll typically also do my nose, but with this tape on here, I don't know how it's going to come out. I might have to wait to take the tape off. I don't know. And then whatever is left on my brush, I just take it on my jawline. All right. Also in my bag, because I literally recommend it for everybody, is bronzer. You have to get the bronzer. So on the back side, so there's two sides, I'm going to take, if I can open it, my bronzer and put it on the back. Fluffy brush, tap, 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 tap. And then the bronzer will go on the high points of your face where the sun naturally hits. So like the contour goes under the cheekbone, your bronzer goes on top of the cheekbone. Because that's where the sun would hit you, is on top of your cheekbone, right? Makes sense? All right, and the bronzer just helps warm everything up. I just feel like it just brings everything together. It just marries everything. And then whatever's on my brush, I bring just down my neck, just lightly, gently, just blend it all out. Typically, your neck will be a little lighter than your chest and your face because your chin kind of shadows it. So it's natural to have a lighter neck. But I know for a lot of people, they're like, oh, it has to match, when naturally it doesn't typically match. All right, now that is the basic bare minimums of what someone would get. But let me show you the other fancy things that I recommend, because I think it really can up the game for just 2 seconds longer. So, eyeshadows. You have some room right here. You can add whatever you want. So I always say, let's add some eyeshadows. I love just getting a nice neutral brown, or just like a matte color of some type, because you can use this every day. So let's take that eyeshadow brush, tap it into our eyeshadow, and I will just throw this all over, kind of giving me like a nice base. My entire face, once I'm said and done here in a second, will come out of this one palette. And it's customized, like I said in the beginning, every detail is what you choose and what you want. So there's a nice brown solid. Now, illuminator goes back on your face, but I like to use this on my eyes as well. So I'll show you how to use it for both. So the illuminator, you're gonna go back to your fluffy brush, or you can use your finger, it's up to you. But it just basically goes on the high points of your face. It gives you this like beautiful dewy glow, like you've been drinking water. This one is a powder, so that's also another thing. There's cream and powder. In the beginning, I was a cream girl because I did not want to be, I didn't want to look fancy. I didn't want to look like, I don't know. I didn't want to look, or I didn't want to stand out. I guess I didn't want to stand out. But now, I don't like not having the powder, because the powder, see how it just gives you that glow? Like it just stands out, and I love that about it. You can put it on your cheekbone, you can put it on your nose, which like I said, my nose is kind of taped right now. I should have scooted it over some. So I don't know if you'll even be able to see that. And then you could also put it on as eyeshadow. Now you'll want to use your finger because it just puts it on that much more powerful. There again, I'm just sitting in my bed, so this lighting probably isn't that bright or good, but I'll walk over to the window at the end and let you see. You can also take the smaller end of an eyeshadow brush and use it on your brow bone. This is the Photoshop Illuminator. I love Photoshop and Glamazing. If you do not have Photoshop and Glamazing powder illuminator, you have to get it. All right, up next in your palette that we're customizing for you, throw you some setting powder in there, especially if you're oily, because it'll be right here. You can throw it in your purse. Let's say you're out at lunch, you go to the bathroom and you're like, oh, I'm getting a little oily in my T-zone. Well, there's your powder conveniently in your palette. So you just take that, take your brush, tap it into your powder. I haven't blended my under eyes yet. Let me blend that. Hold up. Hold that thought. Let me, I wasn't going to blend this yet, but let me go and blend it right now so I can put powder there. I got ahead of myself for a second. Let me blend my under eyes real quick. And then we'll set with powder. I didn't blend this either. All right. Megan! All right, so now that the under eyes are blended, the powder's right here still. Do you see it? I haven't touched it. Okay, so now we're going to set with our powder. I'm going to put a little under my eyes. And I typically will put some on my T-zone. And I like to put a little bit in this area because I have some acne scars there and they tend to get a little oily. And this will help that not look so shiny on those scars, which will help them not show as much. And then I like to add a little bit of powder just on my jawline. Now, I personally, that's the only places I will put the powder because I love, love, love that glow that I have on my cheekbones and everywhere else. But you could totally set the entire face if you want. I just prefer not to. All right. So we've got the eyeshadow. The one thing and the last thing I would add in this little spot right here is an eyeshadow for your brows. Now let me tell you the options and you can choose what you think would be best for you. You could use your contour for your brows. A lot of people do that and it looks amazing. And I've done it and it does look good. But because I'm not as great at doing my brows, I find the eyeshadow, because it's a powder, is a lot more user friendly. So I guess it's all up to your skill level. So I also do use this as eyeshadow also, but I mainly use it for my brows. All right, so this is a line brush. It's got this little line end, the spoolie end. We have these, obviously this is ours, but you can get one at Walmart too, totally up to you. But I take it, dab it, and I just start right here at the bottom and the front. I kind of start not at the very front, but towards the front and work my way to the front. And then blend up, 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 up. Go get a little bit more. And I meet back in the middle. Go up to that top and down. And then I just kind of brush those through. And do it one more time. And then swap that over and brush up, 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 down. All right. That is everything in this one simple palette. So let's break that down again. Contour. There again, if you get color matched and you think your contour is too light, say, Becca, the contour you told me to get is too light. Let me know. I'll send you a darker one. But you just take it out, pop it in. Whoop. I didn't pop it in, did I? Pop that sucker in. They don't fall out. They're all magnetic. Blush, concealer, foundation, eyeshadows, setting powder, illuminator, bronzer, and then grab you 2 brushes. I say 2 brushes because one will be fluffy, which is great for your bronzer, great for your blush. It's just soft and fluffy. It's good for blending. And then get you a nice firm one that's going to put that foundation on for you, nice and full coverage. So that way it goes on and covers very well. If you can only get 1 brush, that's fine too. I literally, as a customer, when I first started wearing this as just a customer 3 or 4 years ago, I bought the most smallest palette. I bought 1 brush and I only bought 4 colors. And I wore that for over a year before I ever bought anything else. So I totally get it. Okay, let's take the tape off. What do you say? Let me make sure I didn't forget anything. Gloss. Let me throw a little bit mascara on. We're gonna see what it looks like. We're gonna see if this is the real deal. Let me look in my mirror first before I take this off and make sure I don't look crazy. Okay, I think we're good. All right, y'all ready? I feel like I need to get closer to the window though, so that way you guys can see the full effect. My nose is running. All right, let me, can you guys see? Should I go close to the window? I feel like I need to go closer to the window. I'm sitting in my bed. 1 second, let me get out my bed. Oh, okay. Let me put you guys in the window real quick so I can back up. Hopefully I'm not like showing you anything crazy. There's nothing here crazy to show you. Okay. Well, now I'm kind of blinded by the light, so I can't even see what I look like myself. Okay, so no makeup. There it is. Freckles, redness, dark under eyes. And this is what I just did with you guys live. Out of my 1 small compact that we customized together right here. So what do you guys think? I didn't get to do my nose because I had that tape on my nose, but I did get to do part of it. And then my lips, sandstone, nothing. The sun's blinding me, y'all. I'm sorry. I know the sun is probably better lighting, but it's just so bright. There we go. I can see better. Yeah, and this hair is wild. Oh, I was going to show you the illuminator real quick too. So let me get back in the sun so you can really see it like beam real well. Well, the sun is... Anyways, I'm going to show you, and then if you can't see it, you can't see it. But you guys see how it's just glowy right here and right here. That is that Photoshop illuminator. And then, my poor nose. where I had that tape on. Well, I mean, that's really good because you can see where like my freckles are showing right here. And then right here, it's just like softened drastically. All right, so there we go. Thank you, Carolyn. That is how you do it from start to finish as a customer, how you order it, how you get color match, how you put it together. Of course, when you do buy it, I send you step-by-step instructions. So you're not alone in this, I promise. I'm with you every step of the way. So don't be nervous about that either. And then I even have a group where I go live typically once a week, if not more, and I answer questions and help you as needed. So there we go. I feel like because this looks so natural, you guys think, oh, it's natural. But I mean, is it really? It's more of a difference than you guys notice, I think, because look at this and look at this. Like it's a pretty big difference, I think. So like tired mombi put together. I don't know. All right. But anyways, so that's how you do it. I hope you guys have a wonderful Tuesday. Hopefully this was kind of educational and helpful to know what I do and how to get it. And I love selling it and sharing it. So have a great day. Drop your questions below, y'all.